Your values affect what you think and do. For example, perhaps you believe it's important to respect other people's ideas and their right to express them. This belief would shape your opinion on whether or not the government should censor books, music, or movies. It would influence your political opinions about the role of government in society. In this way, your values shape your beliefs about people, society, government, economics, and life in general. Ideologies serve three important functions. First, they help people understand their society because they provide a common base of shared values, and people use this base to measure society's actions. Ideologies also allow people and governments to justify or explain past actions. And finally, ideologies allow governments and societies to set future goals and policies. The political spectrum represents the range of political beliefs and values, or the political ideologies, in a society. Political scientists have developed labels to describe sets of political beliefs. The most commonly used labels are left-wing, right-wing, and center. The main difference between them are beliefs about human nature and the role of the state or government in society. For example, some people agree with Thomas Hobbes that people are basically selfish and need moral and legal limits on their behavior. They believe, for example, that the state should pass laws that limit what the public can read. Anti-pornography laws fall into this category. People who hold these views belong to the right wing of the political spectrum on this issue. Other people believe that John Locke's view of human nature is more correct. That is, people are basically unselfish and can make their own decisions concerning what they should or should not do. For example, people should be free to read what they want without state interference. People who hold these views are on the left of the political spectrum on this issue. Many people see merit in both right and left-wing opinions. They argue, for example, that people should be allowed to choose what to read. Nonetheless, some legal restrictions on pornography should be in place to protect society as a whole. People who hold these views are at the center of the political spectrum on this issue. Look at the categories of this chart. You will notice it summarizes some commonly held views and beliefs about what is important for individuals, governments, businesses, and security forces in order to preserve order in society. Where do you see yourself in this chart? Which statements do you agree with? We can generally apply the same political spectrum to our country. Look carefully at this representation and where our three main political parties fall on the spectrum. Notice where the NDP, Liberal, and Conservative parties fall, compared to the general labels of left, right, and center. And also note where they fall in relation to each other. Which party might you be most likely to vote for? This graphic helps explain where Canada's political parties and political ideologies fall in a larger view of world politics and ideologies. From American news channels, you might recognize their two main parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. Which Canadian political parties most closely align with their parties? If you lived in the United States, which party would you vote for? Notice also the references to the extreme ideologies on either end of the spectrum. We will study these in more detail later in the course. To conclude our overview of the political spectrum, take some time to complete some of the quizzes found at the web link here, which you can access within the Blackboard lesson and on your note-taking guide. After completing some of them, and considering the information in the lesson, summarize where you fall on the political spectrum and explain what makes you think this.